Hello, everybody. We are the Highwaymen. I'm Jason.
Hello, everybody, and I'm still Steve.
And you're looking very dapper, may I say, my friend? Very dapper.
May I thank you? God bless you, sir. Thank you very much indeed.
I'm feeling underdressed. Definitely.
That's unusual. It's unusual, I have to say. You normally outshine me.
No trousers and pants on, that's why. Today, in today's video, we're talking about the I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, the season which is starting tonight on television. On ITV at 9 o'clock.
Yes.
9 o'clock tonight. Is it something you normally watch, Steve?
Well, I remember it from the very beginning, and we've got to be over 20 years into this, Jay. Surely to goodness we are. So, do you know what? For the first sort of 5 years, I thought it was brilliant. The first 10 years, yeah, it's all right. But it's kind of like Big Brother. I think it's almost got to the point where it's like, really? It's the same stuff. They're going to do an eating trial. They're going to have some spiders dropped on them. They're going to go swimming with some nasty things, get covered in fish guts, and there'll be a tantrum or two. Somebody will get off better than the other person will, and someone will have to empty the shitter. And it's so predictable. I
think I'm exactly the same. I really enjoyed it in the beginning. And then I kind of got, because it goes on and on. I mean, it's about 3 or 4 weeks, isn't it? And it's just
longer
like,
than that. It goes right up to Christmas.
Does it? And it's, I just think I think it's quite boring because, like I say, Ant and Dec, again, on my tits. They're kind of funny, but they're kind of predictable. I think we should put ourselves forward for the next series.
Without doubt.
Yeah, vote for us, please. And I've started to think it's actually quite cruel. It's
interesting. Okay.
Cruel in many ways. Well, firstly, you know, they've got like buckets of these insects. Can you imagine being in a bucket with 10,000 other human beings squirming around, trying to get to the top? To just get thrown on somebody who thinks they're a celebrity. I mean, I think that's pretty
nice.
And if you look at like they use like crocodiles, and I like the baby crocodiles in there and stuff. They've all got the mouths taped up and stuff like that. And I actually think, from an animal point of view, it's very cruel. But also from a human being point of view, I think it's really quite sad that we seem to get off on seeing people in such uncomfortable positions.
You know, absolutely. Doesn't that speak volumes about us at the moment? We take delight from other people's misery.
Yeah, it's almost like medieval. You know, like when in medieval times. Okay, you see it on television, but you know when they're going up to the hangman's noose or the guillotine in France, and the crowd are cheering, yeah, we want to see, and it's that mentality. Just in another kind of framework that we're wanting to see people uncomfortable. Although, having said that, if you ever saw the trial with Dean Gaffney, that was worth a watch.
I remember that one.
Yeah,
I do remember that one. Yeah,
that was funny because he was such a girl.
You've got it! Well done! I nearly died! Well done, you got the star. Come on.
Just maybe it's not such a good idea.
Don't look.
Don't look. I wouldn't look.
Well done. That's good.
Every part of the trial, I'm getting stars. Please, guys, it smells like vomit.
Yeah. Got one more go.
All right, let's leave this one, Dean.
I tried.
Got to move you on, Dean. You got about 30 seconds left. If that doesn't fit, try another star, Dean. What's in there with you? Do you know? Well done, mate. Let's try and get another one. We're 10 seconds. Five, four, three,
quick one.
2, 1.
Touching something.
Nice and easy. Nice and easy.
I didn't just do it, I just went mad. And I think if you kind of go mad and erratic and throw your hands in the air, you'll find the star somehow.
3 seconds, Dean.
just remember gunk coming down and just pouring up to gunk. I don't know what it was. It absolutely reeked.
Go on, Dean. Go on, if you get this.
That's it,
Yes,
that's it.
you've got another star. Well done.
But yeah. So I think it's one of the
good bits.
Yeah, Gillian McKee
Don't get me
fainting.
wrong,
Gillian McKee fainting, that was good.
I'll always remember, I suppose like most people will, the Peter Andre
and Jordan.
Katie Price thing.
Well, we watched that
Yeah,
because we
yeah.
we watched that because we'd not really. I mean, we knew who Jordan or Katie Price was. She was Jordan then. As a model, you've seen her photos. Although, to be honest with you, I would say at that point, if you walked down the street in front of her, I mean, I knew the name, but I would never have recognised her. It wasn't until I saw her on that I actually knew what she looked like, because the reality TV came much later. So then we knew. And actually, I think it was quite nice that they had their sort of romance and marriage out of it and all the rest of it at that point. It was quite a nice watch. And I think that's after then is when I kind of switched off from it, sort of going, I probably watched a year after that. And then, and fell out with it a little bit. But I might have a watch this time because I'm quite intrigued by some of the characters. And I think, so today, shall we talk about who's in it?
Are we going to character assassinate them? Are we going to literally rip these people apart? Oh, nice.
Well, the ones that we know, because a celebrity now is quite a vague term. I mean, technically, I mean, we've got 195 subscribers now, 195 people that most of us, we don't really. I know probably 2 subscribers of ours, so we don't generally know. So technically, do we qualify? The fact that there's 195 people that know us that we don't necessarily know. You know what I mean? Where do you draw the line of a celebrity these days? You know what I mean?
Well, exactly. Half of these people are not celebrities. It's absolutely farcical. You know what I mean? Yeah. And all you're doing is massaging their ear. Maybe they're the only mugs that'll go on it now. I think it's like.
But it depends what you watch. I mean, the thing is, if you like someone like Boy George who's in it this time, to me, he's the celebrity. He's one of the biggest celebrities ever been on it. Definitely. Because of our age.
He's the only one.
Yeah, but you talk to someone who's 20, who doesn't have a clue who Boy George is, but they'll see someone from Tower and they'll say, "Well, yeah, we know Tower, we know them from Tower." It's a case of our ages are different now, and there's so much television to watch. There's so many different mediums of television to watch. You've got all your terrestrial channels, you've got your Netflix, your Amazon, and then you've got people on TikTok and YouTube and all those sort of places. So the where you find your celebrities is massively wider,
So it could be, Jay, that we're doing them a discredit by saying, well, they're not celebrities. It's just that we don't know them because we're not watching that
in those circles. Let's go down the list. Okay, we'll start with Matt Hancock.
Yeah,
who we all know, everybody will know because we saw him on television a lot during COVID, and he told us all to stay safe and keep the NHS. What was it? Save the NHS and
stay home, stay safe, and save
the NHS.
Protect the NHS.
Don't go visiting your gran, but if you're a couple who don't live together, don't see each other. However, I'm married, but I'm still going to be seeing my girlfriend in the lift and snocking her. And God knows what else he did. He was probably doing the old gangster smelly fingers thing.
I bet he was, mate.
I bet he was doing that a lot, yeah. So Matt Hancock, I think he's going to be up for every trial.
Of course he is. Now, you see, again, you've got to say, me being very cynical, has this all been engineered to be like that? It's controversial. Here we are, 20, and if my memory serves, I think this is actually the 22nd series of it. So 22 years it's been going.
Wow.
And so what can you do to keep it alive? Because it is still the controversy. That's what we want, controversy. So we're going to get this geezer who broke his own rules. He's next to Dominic Cummings. He's kind of like, he's there, isn't he? With no one really likes him, blames a load of deaths on him for doing the wrong thing at the wrong time, as typical Conservatives do. But anyhow, there he is, shoved in here, and it's already, I don't know if you've been looking at social media, already there's this huge petition.
He's been paid 400 grand, hasn't he? So he's worth a watch, I think. I will probably watch it just because I want to see him eat a maggot. or 7.
Well, do you know what? I am not going to watch it. I am not, because I'm just fed up with the whole bloody thing, quite frankly. So I think.
Go on.
I was going to say I might instead either pop bumblebees up my bottom, or I might place needles in my eyes. I don't know. Either of those is going to be slightly more entertaining than watching that again.
I think he's going to leave very quickly, because I think if you remember when Katie Price went in the second time, because Katie Price went being from quite hated to very much loved after she met Peter Andre.
Yeah.
And then when people started to hate her again, she went in it for a second time thinking, oh, everyone's going to see me and love me again. And it didn't work. And then they voted her for every trial. And I think she left. And I think that's what will happen with Matt Hancock. He'll get so pissed off with getting voted for everything all the time. He'll leave.
Well, Hancock's going in late, so he won't be there at the beginning with everybody else. He's one of the two that pops in later and ruins the harmony of the camp, So he's going to come in as even more of a baddie than he already is. He's a panto baddie. That's what he is. A panto baddie, and being very cleverly utilised by ITV. Very cleverly. No, he freaking isn't. He's being paid, as you quite rightly say, all that money to not be a politician and do what he's supposed to do, which is look after his constituents, although he doesn't do that very well. So do you know what? If I was him, yes, I'd go and take the money, munch on a few maggots, and what the fuck? It doesn't matter, does it?
No. Well, let's move down to Jill Scott, who is one of the Lioness retired footballer. I don't know her, so I can't really comment much on her. I imagine female football is quite popular at the moment.
Huge.
And so I imagine she'll be very popular.
Yeah, absolutely massively. And you're quite right, Jay. And it is the time for ladies' sports in general, to be quite honest with you. The rugby, the football, of course, the Lionesses did phenomenally well earlier on this year, so she isn't a household name as such, as you and I know, but she carries some kudos. But she carries some kudos. She's going to have the backing of the public. She's done good things as opposed to Hancock, who's just a tosser. So therefore, she's going to get people behind her. She should do well, I would have thought.
Mike Tyndall.
No idea. Off Towery.
Is he no. Mike Tyndall, ex rugby star, and he's married to Queen Elizabeth. He's married to Zara Phillips. So I think there's going to be people very interested in the Harry thing if his name comes up a little bit. And I think people will be interested in him. And I think being an ex rugby star, he's going to be quite a physical kind of guy. He'll be good at the tasks, and it'll be good. I think it'll be worth to watch, and I think he'll be a good one.
Yeah, I agree with you. Sorry, I didn't associate the name immediately there.
Yeah.
But yes, I know him.
Okay.
Again, he's not really a household man, but I think he's going to do all right. Yeah. He's not disliked. I think he'll be okay.
Sue Cleaver, who is from Coronation Street, which is a soap opera over here.
Of course. Yeah.
I don't really know her. I know her face, but I think, she'll probably be quite popular because she'd be quite well known. Coronation Street's probably one of our biggest soaps, been running for literally since the Flintstones, since caveman times, definitely. So she'll probably do quite well. Chris Moyles.
A character called Eileen.
That's right, yes. Yes, she does. Plays a character called Eileen.
Quite a big character, quite a predominant character, really. So she will definitely have the backing of the public. Chris Moyles, Radio 1 DJ, of course, or ex Radio 1 DJ.
Yes. Now he was he used to be quite a big guy, didn't he? And he lost all his weight. So I don't know whether he's going to be quite good on the physical tasks or not. I think he's going to be quite controversial because I think he's quite a gobby kind of bloke, isn't he? So I wonder whether he's going to be difficult sort of person to get on with. I imagine.
He's definitely going to be one of the alpha males in there. That's for sure. And you're quite right. He did used to be a big guy, and I remember he was that song "I Predict a Riot." Do you remember?
Yes.
And for him, it was "I Predict a Diet."
Oh,
it's quite funny.
Scarlett Douglas.
Look, yeah, he's going to be allowed. Now, I like Scarlett. I know Scott, not personally, my loss. I know Scarlett from A Place in the Sun, which I'm a real fan of that. So she takes people around to have a look at houses they're selling up in the UK or whatever, and they want to relocate to Spain or France or wherever they want to go. And Scarlett takes them around to view properties. Nice girl. I like her. I think she is going to be quite a fluffy character.
Yeah, she's a very pretty girl. I don't know her from A Place in the Sun. Never seen her in it. But yeah, young. She'll be popular with a younger crowd, and hopefully she'll be up for a good time. So yeah, good. Charlene White. Loose Women. She's a lady off Loose Women. I think she only goes on now and again because I don't recognise her. Not that I'm a Loose Women viewer, but I do occasionally watch it. But I've seen it. I don't know her. Can't come on.
What is it with these guys?
What do you mean?
Are they just looking to do the rounds? They had one on Strictly Come Dancing. They had one on something else. So what they're doing there, they just outbidding each other to go on these reality programs.
I think someone offers you some money and you think, plus it's, I think what it is as well, they get put up in the Versace Hotel in Australia, which I think is, one of the top hotels. So if you get booted out earlier, firstly, your family gets, if I was getting invited on, so I'd be like, yeah, you go on it. Yeah, because I'm gonna go over with you. Fly first class, stay in this first class Versace hotel. The longer you stay in there, the better. But from the celebrity's point of view, the sooner you get kicked out, the sooner you're in that nice hotel for a free holiday until the rest of them come out. So, you really want to be first out in a lot of ways. And plus, it does bolster the career, doesn't it? People, like I say, we don't know who these people are, but after this, we will,
Yeah, that's true. Well, for a bit, they don't. It's a bit more than 15 minutes of fame. So yeah, there's all the fallout from it afterwards. Jay, very quickly, would you know? Do they get paid the same amount of money whether they're in for a week or whether they're in for the full term?
I believe they do. I believe they get in regardless, as long as they don't walk. I think if they walk out, then they won't get the full amount. But if they're voted out, then they get the full amount regardless how long. Because obviously you've got
wanting to get out.
Yeah, but to be fair, you've got to open. If you're in there for a month, you've got to open your diary up for that long, aren't you? If you're in business, these are like self-employed people, I guess. But you've got to clear your diary. You can't be doing anything apart from, of course, Hancock gets paid by the government. Okay, Babatunde Aleshe. I hope I've got that right.
No idea.
Okay, so he's
a boy or a girl.
Yeah, he's a black fella from. He's a comedian. But you see him on Celebrity Gogglebox. That's how I know his face, from Celebrity Gogglebox. But I don't know him personally. I've seen him on Gogglebox. He looks quite good fun. Again, young, quite a physical looking bloke. He'll be good at the tasks, I think. So yeah, and if he's a comedian, he might be quite funny and good to watch.
So could we see a bit of headbutting there between Chris Moyles and him, maybe, do you think?
Maybe, who knows? You don't know. It's going to be, there's a few like alpha male types in there, so it could be a bit of.
Boy George isn't one of them.
No, he's definitely not. Definitely not. Sean Walsh. He's a comedian. Don't know his face. Apparently, he's been on Strictly Come Dancing. He's coming in late as well with Matt Hancock.
Right. Okay.
Don't really know him. He's kissing. He was kissing his dance partner in Strictly Come Dancing, and he's a married guy. So that's
right.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, at the time it was a scandal for 24 hours. Yeah. I vaguely remember that, to be perfectly honest.
Mind you, there's always a scandal around Strictly Come Dancing. I don't watch it, but I know that they're all shagging each other, aren't they?
I'm obsessed with it.
Oh, are you?
Oh, mate, I love it. Love a bit of Strictly. Yeah.
Hang on. You'd rather stick bumblebees up your bottom than watch this, but you're going to watch Strictly. What's going on with you, Steve?
Do you know why? No, I'll explain why. Because I'm a pretend celebrity. Get me out of here. Well, if you weren't getting out of there, why did you go in the first place? For 400 grand. That's obviously why. No, Strictly is about joy and making people feel good, So it's not about watching people
Hang on. I've seen the judges. I've seen the judges' comments. That's no joy in feeling good about yourself.
Well, no, because what that does is that encourages them to do even better the following week. And it's only Craig that's a bit like that, and that's his persona character, and he's very good. I love him. But no,
we're moving off. We're moving off topic. Let's get back to I'm a Celebrity. Olivia Attwood, who is from Love Island.
She's Love Island. I watched it once when you made me watch Love Island, and other than that, never ever seen the thing again, and I wouldn't rush to watch it again, I got to tell you.
Well, I think she's going to be one of those that are going to be worried about breaking a nail, and I don't think she's going to. I bet she'll be moaning and moaning. I don't know her, but I've just got the impression she's going to be one of these that just moans and moans. She's been on, Love Island, which is the similar sort of thing where they're all kind of everything's all lovely and nice, and they're going into this where they're going to have to sleep in these horrible little beds in the middle of a jungle.
You're missing it. You are missing it. She's not been put in there for that, Jay. She has been
shower
put in there solely. Yes. The creek and the shower scenes. That's it. That's the only reason she's in there. And a white bikini. There you go.
Just for anyone who doesn't know, the shower is usually like a little waterfall, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're saying that it's usually the blokes that get naked in the shower. The ladies don't very often, do they?
No, but they do wear skimpy bikinis.
They do.
That's why she's there.
Boy George, for me, he's the pull. I mean, I want to see Boy George in there. I wonder how he's going to be. I've got a feeling he is going to be a bit of a diva.
A lot of time for this guy. He's been through some stuff in his life. And for the odd person that doesn't know who he is, he was a huge 80s pop icon.
Yes.
He headed up
the first gender bender, wasn't he? The first androgynous gender bender.
Absolutely. After the fame, if you like, he did go through a lot of stuff with, and he'll be the first to admit it, with drugs and problems and issues and all the other bits and pieces. We became a DJ for quite a while as well. But came out the other end of it a stronger person, a better. So still kept the same persona, which is lovely. He didn't feel the need to change. But now he's one of these people that's been through it, come out the other side, and still has something to offer.
And he looks well as well. I mean, he's got to be 60 now. I mean, he must be 60, and he looks really well.
Yeah. He is. He's older
than me.
Looks
really well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him. Owen Warner. He's off Hollyoaks. Now, again, I've never seen an episode of Hollyoaks in my life. Young lad, good-looking chap. I'm sure he'll be a hit with the ladies again. Probably in the shower again. And I think, he'll probably do well because he's one of the younger ones. So yeah. That's it.
That's all of them, is it?
That's all. Oh, hang on. There's a few more names actually. Confirmed cast.
Oh no, that'll be the cast. That'll be the cast. That Joe Swash.
These are previous ones. Yeah, these are previous ones. Yeah. So I think it's going to be interesting. I've not watched it for years. I'm going to give it a go tonight. I think just to give it a little look in, see what we think, and maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll come back and have a look, have a re-look at this later on in a few weeks. Do you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I probably still won't have watched any, but yes, we'll come. No, I will. I will make an effort. Now, what do we think though? We've got to talk about Anthony McPartland and Declan Donovan while we're here. So Ant and Dec, and they are national treasures. There's no two way. They are probably the biggest A-list celebs that we have in this country, and they're phenomenal. I've got to say, they are brilliant at what they do. They can hold an audience. They're like a modern day Morecambe and Wise.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
But it's getting a bit long in the tooth, And how many jokes can they? I don't know. I tell you what else as well. Now I heard this a few years back, because it's always been done in the Australian jungle, and then they had a period through the COVID lockdown where they couldn't film abroad, so they did it in a castle in Wales. But so therefore it must have been pre that, where on their Twitter account somebody will give them a word that they've got to try and get into their sentence, and if they get this word in, then it's all over Twitter, and it's a real random word, and when I found this out, I then sort of made a bit of a point of looking out for it, and they did in the most random of ways and things. So I don't know, the word might be Constantinople. So they'll be chattering away, and would turn around and say, it's like we were at Constantinople, and then Dick would start giggling. If you have ever noticed that they say something like that, and then the other will start giggling, and they move straight on to another topic, and that's that word. This is this mythical world that they've been challenged to get in.
Never heard of that one, mate. Never heard. But I'll keep my eye out for a dodgy, odd word that might be slipped in throughout the time. Right, we'll call that one a day today, and thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Nice to see you all. God bless. Thanks for joining. Ta-ra.